Okay, Raksha here. Linda Piedmont. Raksha here, and we are on the set of Transformers. It's the 14th, and we're going to get Dinobots and Prime off the planet in the teaser and head them back home with the premise that the rest of the invasion force is coming, and they are the precursor to that. That's what we're gonna do, and so we have. We are on the strange planet, and that's there's not going to be much making of here. Yeah, it just is. Okay, that's the teaser. There's a lot going on in the teaser. Just so you know. That we wanted to get everybody back on their way home because the invasion doesn't start on the planet at all. It goes elsewhere. And also that in-canon typo is a typo. But we decided to make it part of the story. And have her be like, okay, Rakshi spelled R-H-A-S-H-I, the original one, or R-A-H-S-H-I, the two different spellings, they're actually canon, and that the other Rakshi's been the Rakshi since last September. The timeline, so it's been the other girl the whole time. And she's been switched. That's why her personality is different. So there is a canon reason for after sibling rivalry that happening in the beginning of Transition to Wrath. There's a canon reason for that. It's like, well, it was a typo, but we're going to say that there's a reason that happened. Because Rashi's directing this, so there you go. Okay. Reshoots of the teaser. This is getting off to such a good start. Reshoots of the teaser, and we are going to start rolling. They include mainly his lines, because his arm was bent all the way backwards. We're not going to use that as bloopers. Not going to do that. Just going to film it. It's too far into the series to worry about doing funny bloopers. Okay, so, this is the ship arriving, and then it's going to plummet toward Cybertron in the story, because it's plummeting. And they go after it. So this is that. It's in the script. Ultra Magnus sees the ship coming down in the script. But this is just before that. This is the actual... In the script it was a meteor and it was like an alien attack or something. In this one it is actually a ship that is screwed and it's falling out of orbit. It's actually them. So that's what it is. The Fallen Star. 1994. Robert Young. Again. So this is the first of 3 stories in here. The other one is Phobias and Unchained, and then a little bit of the other one. Alright, so Cybertron, and 15th. Ooh, this box just arrived. It's an order, another character. This one died. It was broken. The arm was snapped off. So he snapped off the other arm and the leg and just put him in the scene. So that's why he died. So that was Ransack. I think actually his name was something else. We'll have to get another one. I didn't order another one though. This is something else. Something that has been in the pike for some time. But here, I'm going to open it and let's see what it is. So it finally was able to order it. Dun, 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 dun. For lower decks. Rocket seat. Okay, so this is right here. Check this shit out. Yeah! Kingdom Rise. Cyclonus. Kingdom of Cyclonus. Apparently the other Cyclonuses are really hard to find. This guy just came out, so I got one.
So here, yeah. Kingdom Cyclonus. It was from War for Cybertron, yeah. Kingdom Cyclonus. Anyway, so yeah. Kingdom Cyclonus. Cool, yeah.
I got a Black Arachnia card, which is different from what MGO got. He got a Dinobot. Anyway, so we have Cyclonus, and ready for his appearance in basically the next scene. So yeah, cool. He arrived literally in time to be in the next scene. So there he is, Kingdom Cyclonus. I'm assuming that this toy is only here and that he's not actually in War for Cybertron, but here he is. Yeah. So yeah, we weren't able to get a new 6-shot. They have rocketed up in price for those other 6-shots. They're just ridiculously overpriced for that toy. But Cyclonus is a 2020 toy, early 2021 toy, so he was not ridiculously overpriced. A little overpriced. Leader class price, but he's not a leader class. So yeah, he should be taller to be a leader class, but yeah, there he is. There's Cyclonus. Ready for his cameo. I think we're just gonna film that. There's the box. Let's leave the box on the set. Be pretty funny. Anyway, so yeah, the making up. Yeah. And that is the end of the first third of this. Believe it or not, that is the end of that story. And that's the end of the first third of this. They use the weapon. In the original story, the weapon turns out to be a hoax, and they break it, and it's like a fake weapon. It wasn't really anything. But in this one, it actually is some kind of time weapon, and it is related to that torpedo thing that Rakshi had at the end. It's totally related to that. So somehow, or it's another one in space-time that's similar, or they put the torpedo casing, something like that. Maybe they put a similar torpedo out there. It's a different one. It's probably a different one. But yeah, the fact that he has like super time quantum weapons on his ship is kind of weird. So yeah, maybe he's like, it's not as good as he said he was. I'm thinking like, yeah, making the ambiguous heroes less heroic. Kind of fun. So yeah, yeah, tension. So that's it for tonight. Yeah.
So yeah, Ruckus is supposed to be in this story. It's a Skyfall, but they're later because they're the other Ruckus, because it's really just a human calling itself Ruckus. After an ancient Cybertronian, they're not in it. So because Cyclonus arrived, it's Cyclonus and his armada there. Yeah. So instead. At some point they might reappear, but it's probably not essential that they do here, because this is Magnus discovering what happened to the device that was stolen. So that's pretty much what that was. Since he arrived, we put him in the story, and it makes sense that he would have the device as well, that we would go looking for it. I guess the other part where they're in the ethereal realm and they attack the flagship in the realm, that's at the end of the story, so they haven't done that yet. So the flagship is just floating out there still. So yeah, this was a ship sent from the battle that apparently crashed on Cybertron and broke apart through the roof of the building, and then parts of the building fell down on top of the crashed ship and the robots that fell out. And yeah, so that's what's going on. Fairly straightforward, not unusual. So yeah, with the daylight savings time, it's like it's 8:20. It's really 7:20 now because they changed it. So it's kind of weird. So yeah, yeah. So looking at this story, or is it earlier? Yeah. No, it's earlier. Is it earlier or later? Is it actually 7:20, but it's 6:20? Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. So it's really only 6:20. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. So that's right. Yeah. So it's the other way around. So it's actually only a little after, approaching 6:30. It's not. That's what it was only a couple days ago. Yeah. Don't know why they do that. Yeah. So we'll go on to do some more with the other camera, I guess. And yeah, go and film some more of that episode. And so that's what's going on. I figured, well, it's a golden opportunity to include Cyclonus right there. That's his rival. He has the device. He steals it. It's probably not something as big as the story implied. It's probably something smaller. It's not the missile from the end of the story. It's something else. It'd be kind of kitschy if it was the missile to the end of the story. That would be interesting, but no, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Anyway, so.
And Destiny of the Decepticons. Joshua Waterman. The 2002 story. It was not from the magazine, but it was out there. This was found a little later, but I guess it was originally set in the future, long after the Cybertronian War. But in this version, it's the planet they landed on in the next act, and totally fits. So let's film it. That's all I got. Okay, this is it for the evening. It is, let's say 8:44, 8:46, Tuesday, March 16th. So yeah, no extra talking about this one. We do have the return of Blitzwing, not Battleship, Blitzwing, and Double Dealer, but that's not Double Dealer, that's Alicom. And yeah, they're back, and they were in the script as Sandstorm and Blitzwing, but here they are Double Dealer and Blitzwing. And it's not the Octone from the one that was in love with the other Battleship who was red. That's a different guy. Those are Titans Return guys. So it's a different timeline. These are the ones from Generations. These are the ones that would be the same as Blaster, Soundwave, Optimus Prime, Twin Cast, Magnus from Generations line. So they are a different line. So they've showed up on this planet. The planet they're on is the Maximo homeworld. They haven't figured that out yet, and that is where we end this. Okay, this is actually before 2 or 3 days ago. When he said that this was the end of the first chapter, or the end of the first third, it wasn't the end of the first third, it was the end of the first fourth. There were 2 short stories in here, about 18 pages long, and this is the end of the first third, because this is the end of the next story, which was Destiny of the Decepticons. And the original story was the Pretenders sort of take over at the end and do stuff, but in this version, it's not the Pretenders that Cyclonus is disgusted about, it's the Maximo Jetfire Skyfire guy. And he's called Skyfirus in this one, and that's Skyfire over there, or a Skyfire. They're sort of like Pretenders, and that makes sense. It actually does, because they're Veritex, because they actually had people in them. So, yeah, that's it for tonight. And yeah, late filming shoot, and we're wrapping this up. So there we go. Okay, in the script, it said that it's Silverbolt, and Black Arachnia is Silverbolt, the dog character. But this is not the same Black Arachnia, so it's some other guy that we haven't seen yet. And Megatron already knows something about what happened, so they clearly are at least aware of something. We're not sure what, so we will catch up that thread when it's revealed what happened to it. Yeah, so we will catch up later on that.
Okay, just for fun, I know this is Dinobot in the script, but it's going to be somebody else here. I just want to read this as Dinobot to prove that yes, indeed, we did some voice for Beast Wars. Okay, hit it. Our situation is intolerable. One does not allow enemy reinforcements to arrive so easily and become entrenched. Better to charge now and draw the hover droids' fire toward their own masters. Prepare for... And then Cheater, I think what you see, what you mean, Big R. Yeah. Okay, just throw that in there. Anyway, so, yeah, it's just fucking...
That was 25. I just blasted through... yeah, we blasted through all of Cyclane's story, the phobias. To the end, the phobias. A little more about the other Black Arachnia, and this is all tied into this meeting here. Who knew? I almost didn't know until this meeting scene at the end. Yeah. Okay, Neil Davidson, I believe he's dead. Here is his story from January $2.95. It is a short story, and there are two others. One by John Crapper called Common Enemy. And another one called Prime Must Die. Trial by Fire by Kal Kat and Mark's Cards. So we're going to reenact some elements of some previous stories, and we are going to do that right now. We are now in Kal Kat territory with John Crapper's Trial by Fire, and yeah, it's considerably different in this version. Yeah, we have, okay, we do want Cup to have showed up. But Prime is not a zombie in this one. Not exactly. It's going to be more fucked up than that. So let's it's going to be more messed up than that. So let's see what's going on. Yeah. So and rolling, and this is in the middle of this is Trial by Fire. This is Trial by Fire, and Kal Kat and Mark's Cards. It's sort of a rewrite, and here goes. Here we go. Okay, this has been fun. Raxy, or Linda Piedmont, or Julie, or whatever, Philette. Yes, hello, yeah. And this has been the Transformer thing, and Kal Kat's here. Hi. Make sure that I don't screw it up. Yeah.
You didn't screw it up.
Anyway, yeah, so that we're done. We're gonna put it in the can and put it together. This episode, and that's awesome. Got a whole day and did the rest, the last 2/3. Yeah, it's done. Yeah. For this episode, well, the next one is the invasion, the invasion episode, which is not going to be like the X-Files, I think.